Hello, hello. Today I've got another replay featuring, well, Terran of course, but also Axslav, who's one of the more entertaining players to watch on the American ladder. Uh, the name like Axslav really does beg the question of where he got that name. What prompted him to make a name like Axslav? Anyway, this is going to be on one of the newer maps that Blizzard has released. It's been around for a while, it's just that it wasn't actually in the ladder pool. It's called Jungle Basin, and as Protoss against Terran, well, first off, you have these this expansion is right here. It's blocked off by these destructible rocks, so you can expand pretty early without much harm. I mean, I don't think, yeah, Reapers can't jump that gap, so you're good against Terran for the most part. Probably not going to break down. They're probably not going to be too aggressive. Probably not going to break down these destructible rocks too early until they get medevacs and start doing jobs. That would become problematic. But as a Protoss, I've had a lot of success because this ramp is very easy to block this ramp off. A lot of Terran players choose to do so, as you'll see NGry do here. NGry is... I've never heard of a guy named NGry before. Maybe he's well known. I don't know. But I'm sure Axslav doesn't play scrubs, so whatever. Anyways. As a Protoss, I have had success putting a warp prism like right here, warping in Zealots and Stalkers, moving them in, take out this expansion, or to try to take out some SCVs. And of course, at my level, that means that the Terran player has to move his entire army over here to deal with it, at which point I just break down through this front door. Of course, it's probably not going to work exactly like that against better players, but maybe something similar. And then, of course, you can get them if you summon a High Templar or a Warp and a High Templar as well. Then you can Psystorm from both sides. It's fun stuff. But a good Terran player will probably only send a few units rather than his entire army. So yeah, it becomes problematic. But I'm sure you could still make something similar work to good effects. Actually, I've been enjoying the love of Warp Prisms recently. Anyway, Cybernetics Core going up. Protoss player Axslav opting not to block the ramp. Guess there isn't really a need to against Terran. And if worst comes to worst, you don't want Marines and... Shit! There. If you don't want Marines and Marauders running up the ramp, you can always use sentries to block that off. I hate when I do that, when I'm just like clicking around and I accidentally click this thing and I scroll all the way back to the beginning. I'm like, oh, bucket. Anyway. This probe's doing a great job taking out these destructible rocks. These will go down in no time. It's doing 2 damage a hit. Oh, Marine had to interrupt the work. I'm actually curious how long that would take. That little electric beam. Marauders look so cool. Look at that. Anyway, do we have... Yeah, we have Concussive Shells researching. Very useful against Protoss for Terran. Slow down those Stalkers, and of course Zealots actually destroy Marauders if Marauders don't have, completely rip them apart if Marauders don't have concussive shells. And if Zealots have charge, then Zealots do pretty well. They hold their own against Marauders even with concussive shells. But, as we all know, charge is a much more expensive ability that doesn't come until much later in the game, as opposed to concussive shells. So for a little while, these Marauders will be just fine against Zealots. Which is why these Stalkers are going to be... It's a good Stalker and Sentry usage, especially Sentry usage. It's going to be key. So we've got a robotics facility going up. This doesn't, from my experience, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to go Colossi. It's a pretty good indicator, but it's not necessarily true. I've seen Protoss players get it just for the Observer and for Warp Prisms. And Immortals, of course, because Immortals are so useful against Terran. Although, admittedly, I don't see a whole lot of Warp Prisms, but it's been known to happen. I don't know why Warp Prisms don't get the love. Don't get any love. Actually, a really useful unit. And I'm getting frame rate issues. No, not in the battle. Alright, well, we've got a Sentry. Oh, it's a Reaper. But that got taken down pretty quickly. The Sentry also got taken down. And Axslav is stuck with 1 Stalker and 3 probes as his attack force against 2 Marauders. That's not going to end well. More probes are joining the fight, though. And also, Gateway's coming soon. So, we're going to be able to warp in a Stalker. He's going to be able to warp in a Stalker. There we go. And this Marauder should go down. But this Stalker's just about dead. 4 kills. He's done his job. Dingo retire in peace to the void. Stalkers really need a jacket or something. They're always talking about how cold the void is. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, capturing Zelnaga Watchtower is always a key play. Every race should try to capture. It doesn't matter what race you are, you should be trying to capture Zelnaga Watchtowers. It really helps with you get map control, and especially at lower levels of play, where players don't necessarily know how or understand how important it is to capture these Zelnaga Watchtowers. They're probably not going to challenge you, and you can probably just keep a probe there the entire game if you play like in Gold League. And I'm talking out of personal experience, so yeah. However, as we can see here, NGry is not going to let that happen. NGry, whatever. It's not going to let that happen. And he actually took a Zelnaga Watchtower himself. There's this observer out. He's going to send, Axslav's going to see this army here. He's going to be prepared with his 3 sentries. And there, 1 force field. How can... Oh, scanner sweep. That's why I was able to see up here. Immortals coming out. Nope. So Axslav's actually pretty well known for his mothership play, although motherships get taken down pretty easily by Vikings, and I don't think he uses them against any other race besides Protoss. Just in Protoss Mirror he uses them. My friends and I have actually been experimenting with mothership Archons. So in 4-on-4, 3-on-3, we'll go. One of us gets a quick mothership, everyone else gets quick Archons, or like 1 or 2 other people get quick Archons. And so you put a vortex right where their army is, and you put all your Archons into that vortex, and they all, as soon as the vortex is over, they all splash and kill everything in there. I got an Archon with like 25 kills once because I killed all these mutas. It was joyful. Anyways, that was a strange tangent. But we don't even have a Stargate, so we're not going to be seeing any motherships, if at all. Or at least not for a long time, if at all. Observer right there. I'm not sure if you can see the cloak. If it's oh, you can see it. Oh, it's not because of the missile turret. But I'm not sure if you can see the cloak if it's not moving. You probably can. It's just very difficult. I know you can do it with a Dark Templar because I'm pretty sure anyway. Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty positive that at one point or another I saw a Dark Templar with that was just standing there and I saw the cloak. Or maybe I'm wrong. But whatever. Look where all the orbital commands are centered. I'm sure this is purely for spamming. You don't need 2 orbital commands on 4 different hotkeys, onto 4 different control groups. Alright, 2 medevacs are out. You can only imagine that means we're going to be seeing some drops. We got stim too. Yeah, we're going to see some drops. Drop like right there and just take out everything in sight. It's very frustrating for a lot of players to deal with. Not necessarily imbalanced, but if you have map control, you know. That's why it's important to get these Zelnaga Watchtowers, get observers out. Now see Axslav knows because we've got a probe there. Now, oh, we're going to see some drops. Oh, I didn't see that one coming. So Stim probably going to go off, Stim going off. Going to go for that. He wasn't going for that Nexus until Axslav's army showed up. Zealots have charge, Zealots do not have charge. And nothing to attack these medevacs. But, nice force field right there. And medevacs are getting taken down by the stalkers, so they're not going anywhere anytime soon. But they need another force field. That's one's crumbling. The sentries all the way down here. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good for Axslav. Oh, nice force field. Still able to pull it off. But these zealots are all getting kited. They don't have charge. They're getting slowed down by that concussive grenade. It's really killing them. Oh, there are only 2. There's only 1 Marauder stuff here, so it's really killing. Twilight Council. Oh, the zealots finally have charge. Sweet. Which reminds me, I should have that open. Sometimes you get too close to the game. And nice force fields here. Marauders can't kite anymore, and they get taken down. So Axslav's able to repel this. And a Colossus popped out, just in case he wasn't able to. But he repelled it at great loss. He lost his entire army. He's got 70 food. Most of it are probes, probably. Yeah, 54 probes. So he's got 60, or he's got 22 real food, real supply, and 9 Marauders. What are those guys? And here they are. Oh, look, we're gonna see another drop. This is such creative play from the Terran player. We never see this. We never see Marauders and Marines dropping into other people's bases and taking everything out. Anyway, Zealots with charge are going to help a lot, and of course, now that the Colossus is out, Oh, and it goes down because Marauders take everything out. Marauders kill everything. They should be able to kill everything. That would be really cool. Anyway, they're having some trouble with the Zealots. But, oh wow, that was actually a really good job. Medevac's giving them, sight here, and now he just picks them back up, and only one Marauder goes down. And back they go up here. This is some very annoying play. Very good, but very annoying. Marauders getting taken down. Stalkers got warped in. Oh, they're not going to be able to take down either Medevac. Storm. Told you. Just because a guy went Robo Facility doesn't mean we're not going to see High Templar. Yeah, Zealots. He's going to need Zealots for these Marauders. It's very annoying. Of course, he does need some Stalkers to take down the Medevacs. He's got 3 Stalkers, but one of them is very weak. He's got 1 Colossus, but I don't imagine he's going to get the Thermal Lance range upgrade thing. Extended Thermal Lance, yeah, that's what it is. Because that's 200 gas, and he kind of needs the gas. Well, I guess he doesn't. He's got quite a lot of gas. Where's his Robo Bay? Yeah, he's not producing it. So he's going to go for a Colossus size bonus. And I'm all for that if you have the extra gas. I guess you don't need a whole lot of mills, but this choke point's very bad for NGry. I think he realizes that he's backing off because they're just getting toasted by this Colossus. 8 kills on that Colossus, 9. And Zealots were also having a field day there too. But goes some kiting, and the rest of this army should get taken down. Down, and goes last Marauder. 11 kills on that Colossus. Choke points do that for you. Observer here is going to see these Marauders and Marines bunched up right there. It's probably going to get taken down. Pylon there for some warping. And this is probably going to become Planetary Fortress, yeah. Alright. Just to explain real fast, actually, StarCraft did a video where he actually explained exactly how powerful Planetary Fortress is right here on this map. Because nothing can come up here. Nothing can come up here. Nothing can approach from here and here. There's too many choke points, and the splash on the Planetary Fortress will kill anything that's not air. For Protoss, as long as there are no missile turrets, I mean, they're always like Void Rays, which take them out pretty well, but that means you have to build a Stargate just for that. So, Axslav's best bet right now is take this out quickly before that Planetary Fortress is finished upgrading. And you can always, it's always a safe bet that your opponent's getting a Planetary Fortress when the command center is out in a position like this. So, I think Axslav realizes this. He wants to try to take this out, but his Marines and Marauders aren't going to let him. Colossi are getting some good kills here, but Planetary Fortress is up, and he backs off. Axslav backs off, because that's not a fight he wants to engage in. Extended Thermal Lance is researched. See, range is 9. That's why they're able to hit the Colossi are able to hit the Planetary Fortress without the Planetary Fortress hitting back, but SCVs were repairing, so not a very effective use of time. Nexus going up. Pylon is up, so there are Stalkers being warped in, and Zealots. High Templar pretty soon, I'd guess. Oh! Look at me, look how smart I am. They do have that upgrade. It came out with 75 energy. You can see everything is upgraded in Templar Archives. And that's what you want, really. High Templar are useless until they have both upgrades. For the most part. I mean, there are some cases where force feedback is very useful to spell, but not right now. Storm taking out all those SCVs. Ooh, look at that. But this Planetary Fortress is going to go down. Is it going to go down? Stalkers need to finish it. Stalkers do extra against armored. Colossi should be attacking these things. Ah! Is it going to go down? No! So close, but yet so far. That was that was not good. Both Colossi got taken down. Shit's getting warped in. Zealots and High Templar. Uh-oh. See a drop. And that just shows you that's exactly how Terran should be played right now. When your opponent's busy trying to fight you somewhere else, you go down and drop on one of their expansions and take it out. That is great play from the Terran player. And yes, it requires some multitasking, but every race has to multitask a bit, so quit whining. Anyways, enough of that.